I've been thinking from where to begin, and since we are going to talk a lot about health, beauty, and vigor, I figured it would be best to get started with that viewpoint in mind and shed some light on one important sign in Nakshatra to achieve optimal well being in all areas of life. So today's subject is the essence of Scorpio and superpower of Indra's Jyeshtha Nakshatra, which is Arohana Shakti. Scorpio rules the colon of Kalpurush, which is the seat of Apanavayu, the downward flowing air in the body, responsible for the removal of waste. If you go to an Ayurvedic doctor, the first thing he or she will do is prescribe you Apana balancing and digestion promoting medicines as per your body type, along with some suggestions on lifestyle. Most of the diseases can be subsided by this approach alone due to the core issue being fixed, which is the strength of the 8th house, the house of longevity. So, the 8th house rules our longevity, meaning how well and for how long our body can work as one united life form, fight against foreign and harmful influences, and the body can sustain a healthy regenerative pace even as time progresses. A strong 8th lord can give one wisdom beyond their years and the ability to grasp energetic knowledge early on in life, which increases their immunity against all forms of enemies and diseases. It increases cellular intelligence, resulting in high ojas. An enemy in the body in form of a disease can be seen as something we have consumed but not fully digested and eliminated. Then instead of being integrated with us, that experience or food remains as half-dead residue and becomes an independent entity, a ghost and a disease. Things like emotional issues is also a form of disease if we look at it from Ayurvedic perspective. When we don't keep our 8th house strong and clean, we start to deteriorate before our time and the longevity is decreased. When we cultivate a strong and positive 8th house, we can take our transformation above average while being in the same body, processing emotions, foods, experiences, and thoughts. The death of ego and spiritual rebirth through our sadhana speeds up the transformation of many lifetimes together while keeping this very body intact. For most people, transformation happens only at the time of death, as flashbacks of their mistakes and unfulfilled desires start to emerge, and they go in the spirals of could haves and should haves. Like systematic fasting rituals can prolong the lifespan and heal diseases, similarly, meditating on this dark, hot, and empty cremation ground-like state of the 8th house, where we withdraw all sensory input, speeds up the discarding process. This invisible fire consumes the invisible energy-draining parasites and diseases and gives us secret insights into our own world, which we can use to elevate ourselves on all levels. So letting go of all things that have reached their maximum nourishing potential and have been absorbed into our core makes sure we do not have any lingering residue that can turn into an enemy. Interestingly, Jyeshtha's Arohana Shakti contrasts with its association with Apanavayu, which is the outward and downward flowing air, while the Shakti associated with it is elevating and upward spiraling. The deity of Jyeshtha, Indra, who is forever indulging in the sensorial pleasures of heaven, is said to be making a lot of mistakes and getting into troubles, which is one way to understand that whatever we consume through our senses creates karma and the consequences that come along with it. To enjoy the senses through the second house in a way that will transform us and help us be liberated needs its opposite, the 8th house. Arohana Shakti is also dependent on the second house, which is the growth in basic material and sensorial needs one has. In fact, Lakshmi, the goddess associated with Jyeshtha, is a term used for nutrition deficiency and dhatu depletion in Ayurveda, when one is draining and discharging more than they are absorbing via extreme physical, mental, or sexual activities, or a weak constitution in general, and the person is not able to either nourish the body-mind through the second house or have inability to absorb what they are consuming due to weak Agni. Now coming to my favorite part, the food. Lemons are favored by goddess Lakshmi and they are renowned for warding off negative energy across cultures. In Ayurveda, lemons are described as krimigna, meaning that which kills parasites and infections, functioning like Ketu, the core ruler of the 8th house. So to be the highest in anything and reach our highest potential in any area, be it health or even profession, we need Arohana Shakti. Jyeshtha gives us the ability to remain efficient longer and better because it gives us spiritual and physical immunity, thus increasing our vitality and lifespan that can be used to follow whatever path we desire. Apanavayu is not just limited to removal of gross material waste, but it helps us transform in all ways, including through sexual energy. Excessive draining of energy in men causes loss of attraction between the couple and desire for someone new or something new, resulting in more karma and more rebirths, and the cycle goes on and the relationship dies, and also the investment of the man's energy is lost. Alright, so this was pretty much it on the subject. I hope you find amazing ways to work with this Shakti yourself. If you enjoyed watching this video and would like me to reappear on your feed, please join me here on YouTube by subscribing. Thank you so much for being here today. I will see you soon.